So check out this from Mystic Sensation. You see, as he reads, what I'm gonna do, I'll be showing you the article on a bigger screen. Alright, so check this out. Like and share. See? Listen to Mystic on this one. Here we go.
FSC cheers move on SSL problem ears. This is January 2023, people. Let us do a deep dive in that. Former chairman of the Financial Service Commission, Jacqueline, here's her name. This is her name. Jacqueline Stewart Leclerc is mom on her stewardship, which covered much of the period following an internal report that flagged the fraud its tax and security limited as a problem institution. Now watch this. Stewart Leclerc, who is the managing director of Stewart's Automotive Group, who got the contract for the 63 bus, you understand, the corruption, was appointed in July 2017 by the Finance Minister Adley Shaw and retained when Dr. Nigel Clark took over the portfolio in 2018. So you can see the syndicate. She replaced commercial lawyer and business Howard Mitchell, who served from April 2016 until his resignation in June 2017. He has directed queries to the FSC, noting that commissioners signed declaration of secrecy that apply even after their exit. According to an internal FSC report, listen now people, the watchdog conducted an on-site examination on SSL between June and September 2016, after which it threatened SSL with a license suspension because of a range of breaches and other problems in terms of and including misappropriation of clients' money. The February 2017 report characterized SSL as a problem institution that operated a culture of non-compliance and mismanagement of client funds for almost 6 years up to that time. Based on the report brought to light by the Gleaner on Tuesday, questions are mounting about FSC oversight, which she, Jacqueline Lecter, right, was the boss, and whether SSL had addressed the issues by an August 2017 deadline, right? So people, after Jacqueline Leclerc, right, who knew all the problems with SSL, get SSL, realized SSL, and with all of the problems that she knew, did not flag SSL or lock down SSL. Why? Because they are confederates to Andrew Wellness who have account in it, confederate to Daryl Vaz who have multiple JLP accounts, and where we have the whistleblower said that Daryl Vaz used investors' money to send his daughter through university. These are the corruption. And now, guess what? It is Jacqueline who had got the contract to take in the 63 buses. People, it's not funny. Let us read on. Stuart Leclerc said she could not speak without advice from FSC. See, I mean, she come under pressure, you're saying? Right? She come under pressure. And here's her response. Stuart Leclerc said she could not speak without advice from FSC, arguing that she was no longer at the regulatory that oversees investment houses and whose role was questioned during the Ponzi scheme era of Olin and Cash Plus. People, this not funny. Hey,
Not funny at all.
this not funny. And let me drip up NCB in a this. And let me drip up Michael Lee Chin in a this.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors.
Olin
Something
Cash
is not
Plus
right.
have their account in NCB. And when the investigation started, as it relates to, the established that Olin and Cash Plus, they are Ponzi scheme. What NCB did? NCB shielded them All the money that they have, it disappeared, people in a NCB. Michael Lee should step up. Oil and cash plus money. The Ponzi scheme. NCB is a Ponzi scheme headquarter for Ponzi schemes. SSL money also disappeared in NCB. We have seen $470 million for Andrew owners ringing through NCB. People want to understand the level of corruption and evil with the Jamaican Labour Party, you know.
People is serious, you know?
Owners. The two main culprits.
Wanna hear this?
Michael Leachin, right? Who the behind the curtain, the level of criminality, right? Now when you look and you see Ponzi schemes like Orient, Cash Plus and SSL, fine, PFT in NCB, then you know that something is wrong.
Mighty God.
And we are Stuart Leclerc, right? Tied up with all these criminality. So you can see the reason why she was put into the FFC, Financial Service Control. I mean, to control the system of corruption.
Wow.
So, you know, extend and firm the status quo of corruption. You don't want it vicious on this. Now, your response, open quote.
Yeah.
Be honest. I am unable to comment because I don't have any data in front of me. Forgive me. I am at home. But I thank you for calling me. Do it like that. Call it clean on Wednesday.
She's smoothie.
Now listen, people. She again declined to comment. Nothing that she needed legal guidance because she's involved with corruption. Without legal representation, I would certainly not want to put a wrong foot, whether forward or backward.
Wow.
The businesswoman who stint at the FSC ended in September 2021. Now, as you hear what the lady said that the clip that I play, where she, right, is the boss for FSC, right, and have interest in SSL. To know you can understand why FSC did not close down SSL.
Listen, people, listen.
Trust me. No,
there's some ice there, baby.
Why? Because the FSC boss involved in SSL, Andrew involved in SSL, Daryl Vance run several GLP accounts in SSL. So that FSC could not clamp down SSL.
Let's play.
Make your very own monster.
I really want to build a cute monster. Will you help me? Click here and build your very own.
You can see how Andrew was open and praying for Jamaican electorate to put him into power to execute all of this.
Amen.
Because he got a taste of the pie 2011. And where the Jamaican electorate vote him out 2012. And remember now that the People's National Party flagged SSL. Now, let us read on, people. More people, people like up the life. You understand? Send it out, call the people. She was replaced by John Robinson, a retired senior deputy governor of the Bank of Jamaica, on the corruption. Hey, look here. Bank of Jamaica. More talk to you. Bank of Jamaica. Let me say this to you. Bank of Jamaica is the oversight body, right? For FSC and other commercial entities. You know. So then, let me ask you a question, Bank of Jamaica. You didn't see $475 million running through NCB on your annual report. Did you see that? With your annual report. You who had oversight at these entities. You didn't say anything wrong. Me say the friend thing and Andrew Walnut respectively putting people in places, you understand, to guess what? To look left of his corruption. So that you can see that Andrew Walnut now, after him caught up in a bangarang and conundrum, guess why I'm run for now? Dennis Trump. Dennis Trump can't see. Dennis Trump cannot save you, Andrew.
Something not like my wisdom warriors.
He has not made any public comments since the SSL fraud scandal became public on January 12th. He is reported due to meet with the finance minister today. It also remains unclear whether FSC board reported challenges with SSL to the portfolio minister. You don't hear that, people? You don't hear this in the paragraph. It also remains unclear whether any FSC board reported challenges, right, with SSL to the portfolio minister, knowing to the fact that FSC knew very well the corruption. FSC, right, knowing very well on the basis why the People's National Party suspended the license. But guess what? The corruption need to continue. The status quo need to continue. Andrew Wallace and him men them need to
belly full and the pot a boil.
So the corruption have to continue. It's also remain unclear whether any FSC board reported challenges with SSL to the portfolio minister. Everton McFarlane, who joined the FSC as executive director in August 2017, now all of him know them use as bait. Just weeks after Stuart Leckett took over as chairman, has resigned from the top post effective January 31st. He goes and leaves today because they mix up this man now in the bangarang too. People may tell you what go on. Investment firm SSL has reported a 3 billion fraud or more than that. Over 5 billion. That has impacted more than 30 clients and more clients than that. Over 200 clients, including sports icon Usain Bolt. The Financial Investigation Division said that questionable transaction stretched back at least a decade, people. Take that away. But let me show you, let me go down into the juice. Let me go down into the juice. They want to go down into the juice some more. Let me go down into the juice.
So people, you see, this lady is not really a normal lady in a grand scheme of things, you know. When it comes to the SSN thing and FSC, why she have to explain why she give SSL the license what them give them after the PMP they flagged them for obvious reason, and they knew why PMP flagged them. Why did they give them back the license? If you know me I say, and see them say it stretched back as far as a decade what SSL was doing. So the PMP see the things that SSL do was stretched back as far as a decade, and you coming back into power and you remove the man that was there. See, that's the brother upon the poster upon the right, the thumbnail. He was the one that was previously there, and the JLP remove him and put this lady there. And then this lady in the FSC, she is the best friend of Daryl Vaz's wife. And Daryl Vaz, according to the report, the whistleblower allegedly is responsible for the accounts where the government invests in a SSL, which is our tax dollars they invest. This is really a bag of mix up, you know, that deserves a thorough investigation. You understand what I say? The evidence that is there already is very alarming. Just the evidence alone, the facts that is presented is it screams corruption, potentially. It screams it loud and clear. You just need to do an investigation now to verify how deep the corruption actually goes, or how much corruption was done. You feel me I say? But at the end of the day, you have 200 plus people, including Usain Bolt, that suffered from the SSL scandal. One lady dropped down, she nearly just lose it and turn on Matt Smaddy. 63 million or almost $70 million gone. Nowhere to be found. You feel me I say? Insane, man. Madness, man. Can you imagine if you lose $63 million hard-earned money where you work? You see, me try to put myself in a people's shoes, you know, to have some empathy and sympathy, you know, with situations. Just think about that. Think about
Let
it.
us bring this on it. PNP says it suspended SSL to protect Jamaica investors. So who are we going to vote for? Who are we going to put in power? We're going to continue with a kleptocratic government that is robbing investors, street lane and corner. Or are you going to...
No, all the electorate. No, seriously speaking. I mean, this alone supposed to be a deal breaker, you know. PNP says it suspend SSL to protect Jamaican investors, and JLP lifted the suspension. Mighty God! I have to find the article here. Hold on there.
put in a People's National Party who care of our interests and do anything in their efforts to save investors' money. When Bruce Golden pop it up, I'm a push off, fix it back. I wonder why after Portia do all what she can done, but yet the electorate refused her. I can say that it appears as if Portia Simpson took it to heart. Knowing how she had to crawl on her knees to save Jamaica from a financial abyss. Knowing very well
Add text anywhere in the document.
that she cried for Jamaica in her bosom, in the bosom of her heart. But you said, give us Barabbas and crucify Jesus. Let us look to show you which party cares and which party want to now move the Corruption Act that deals specifically with illicit enrichment. Which political leader who say no checks and balance. We must steal, we must continue to rob, we must maintain the status quo. Yes, we are the elites. Let us deal with us first and put them behind. Now, to show you the People's National Party interest in protecting Jamaica, and that is one of the reasons why the People's National Party had put several GLP candidates through the judiciary and found them guilty. How could it be? Let me ask a question. How could it be that you are
Chelsea, how you doing? Gloria, salute. Elga, Messiano, Rose, big up.
That can build up contribution to education sector. You have
Markland, Messiah.
ministers who try to rob and plunder the education ministry, crippling our education. Now what we are seeing, the mess of our education system. And who we still have around here, running along with his corporates, running along with the devils, who will read on the campaign trail. Of course we don't do ONS. Of course we Juliet ONS. And of course with the JLP, Rural Read is still running, saying, "I'm not man."
What?
You understand? Yes.
A joke thing. I like it. Really?
History of how the People's National Party fighting for Jamaica.
That the man is still around?
2025, new
Alright.
information.
Yeah, man.
Says it suspend SSL to protect Jamaica investors. Note that, people, know that. JP lifted suspension. JP lifted suspension. Jacqueline lifted suspension. Andrew Holness lifted suspension.
Listen.
Nigel Clark lifted suspension.
Mm-mm.
Want to hear me, people? Adisha lifted suspension. And the JLP administration
Lifted suspension of the SSL.
It is key
Wow.
that they know robbing investors, and where the JLP has multiple accounts protected and guarded by Daryl. I know you're asking Portland West, to come and vote for you, and Portland East to vote for your wife.
Can you imagine?
Tell you something, Daryl. Isaac Buchanan is going to put Mrs. Valls in her place and tell her to make sure she have a solid brain, because it seems like she's either hallucinating or having Alzheimer's. Now let us read into this document to show you the effort of the people. Is that what we can play it? Or can we play it? Okay, okay. So let us read. People's National Party spokesperson and finance Julian Robinson has condemned what he calls false claims made recently by Jamaica Labour Party. The net obfuscates and lady old liar that Andrew Owner stole in 2017.
Embarrassing.
$7 million in politics. So if you know, him now become senator. Want to see the thing, people? Want to see the connection? At a party rally in which he accused the former PNP administration of failing to act and warning from the Financial Service Commission FSC regarding Stocks and Security Limited SSL in 2013. I say one is a wicked liar.
You see the man them lie?
The assertion that the PNP took no action is a blatant lie, contradicted by documented facts, which is true. We are going to get into it. According to Robinson, under the PNP government in 2013, then Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips and the FSC took immediate action. Immediate action, remember. PNP went in 2012. 2012, and less than a year, PNP discovered that SSL, right, that reintroduced itself in 2008 under Bruce Golding and Andrew Owens. Andrew Owens was in Bruce Golding's cabinet. Right?
You know, see how long this thing are going?
Associate in 2008 and call it SSL Stock Security Limited. That's what you did, GLP.
Wow.
Right? That's what you did. If you're in a direct requiring SSL to suspend critical activities due to what? Breaches of the Security Act. So PNP was playing with them. PNP sent people to prison. Robinson said, in contrast, the GLP administration in 2017, and no people to come, discontinued proceedings to suspend SSL life after the entity claim compliance.
Want to hear that?
Jacqueline Leonard.
Want to see that?
Now give contract for the 63 bus and show the people and the corruption. Robinson, citing a Jamaica Cleaner article on January 2023, said the FSC lifted the 2013 restriction based on SSL representation. SSL never had no representation of any form of changes. Their corruption gets worse. But SSL claimed that based on SSL representation of what? Of what? You're still stealing people money, which you know. And having that level of awareness, you still give them license because you were a part of the plan. You're a part of the plan to use SSL, to trick investors, to rob them.
Embarrassing.
Minister Dr. Nigel Clark, this decision, he said, occurred under the JP's watch, and the massive fraud of SSL uncovered in 2023 followed his lifting of restrictions. Come on. Senator Fix Enley recklessly lies, as he always does, are an insult to the Jamaican people, level of criminality and participation. The PNP acted decisively in 2013 to protect investors.
Of course.
While what happened? The GLP, the kleptocratic government administration, chose to trust SSL false assurance in 2017. They knew very well that SSL continued the pilfering, paving the way for this catastrophic fraud.
My God.
The ONF administration must answer why it lifted restriction on SSL.
True.
Proper verification, leaving Jamaica vulnerable, Robinson said.
True.
Then you have to ask Andrew Owens, and to him, knowing this information, knowing that SSL is a Ponzi scheme, why did you take NHT money, the NIS money, you name it?
Our tax dollars. Exactly.
Where are all those monies? You're telling lies. But you're not protected. None of those monies are protected. All those monies are in your pocket, Andrew Owens.
Wow.
What Mr. say? When the right time comes.
Someone got to ask the corruption.
Yo.
Just move on. You think I'm going around?
Hey, no joke. Mystic.
Transparency and
Yes.
accountability.
Yes.
Asking if the court report has been released.
Yes.
He went to the court appointing liquidator to assist him in cracking down the asset of the insolvent SSL.
Right.
The PNP said it is urging the immediate release of the trial report.
Of course.
The Jamaican Labour Party is dealing with transparency. You're asking for a third term from your people. Why not release
The report. Right.
Transparency.
Exactly.
No matter how any entity, they can't help you. Whether to say that you're stepping up in the poll, whether to say that the property rate shifted from 18% to 9%.
Embarrassing.
We need some milk.
Destination isn't your fault. It's self-doubt.
St. Thomas Urban Center, right? Which can and all these lies, all these rumors.
I work 24/7 right now.
Multi-billionaire and only showing helping the Integrity Commission investigator that your total asset is $172 million.
Wow.
The PNP said this report is critical to understanding the full scope of the fraud and the failures in oversight that allow it to occur.
Yes.
The public has a right to know the truth.
Of course.
But it's emphasized. Let me take it away, and I'm not going to waste any time. Remember, I said to Pat, the melting pot.
Sanya Faster, big up.
You are the open Batman for tonight. Take it away, Mr.
People, may I tell you, sir, the evidence that Mystic Sensation dropped, may I tell you, it is phenomenal. Use it for what you may. You know, you see the content, you see what it is, and if you feel like it is of great value, you share the content. Nora, how you doing? Salute to you, love. Big up yourself. Yeah, like and share and subscribe. Wow, that's a lot, man. You know, it's very concerning to me why the PNP flagged SSL and immediately, like almost immediately when Porsche came into power, and then after them come back, this lady, what's she name? Lecturer, whatever she want name, head the FSC and give SSL the nod. That's crazy to me. I don't know. Something is very wrong with that. You know, something is very, very wrong with that. So yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comment section.